InterswitchSPAK is an Interswitch Switch a Future initiative.
My name is Ukanya Abubakar, and I would like to study artificial intelligence at the University of Seoul, Korea. And I would like to study this course because I would like to solve a lot of problems and create some new inventions.
My name is Jessica Ubani Wokoma, and I want to study civil engineering at the University of Oregon because I'm very interested in buildings and designs of buildings.
My name is Ikechukwu Kuronko, and I want to study automotive engineering in the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. I chose this course because I have a strong passion for cars and I feel like I can use cars to change the world.
My name is Adetunji Victor, and I would love to study physics at MIT. I've always had a passion for the physical sciences, and I would love to utilize my passion in the discovery of eco-friendly energy sources.
My name is Oraibi Jedai Okari, and I'm from Jepta Comprehensive Secondary School, River State. I would like to study architecture in Covenant University, and this is because I want to create a revolutionary design for buildings in Nigeria.
My name is Juji Chimdibem, and I like to study electrical and electronics engineering at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. I like to study this because I find electronic gadgets very interesting, and I like to put my knowledge to work in various sectors of Nigeria.
My name is Mbakwe Chikamsbury from Loyola College, Abuja. I want to study mechatronics engineering at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. I want to study this course because it is a good mix of mechanical and electrical engineering, and I want to build better automated devices in Nigeria.
My name is Onapa Marvelous, and I want to study software engineering in Carleton University. I want to study it because I like computers and how to operate them, and I want to make daily operations easier and faster for everyone.
My name is Omosi Daniel from Adedoku International School, Otam. I want to study mechanical engineering at Obafemi Awolowo University. The reason is that I want to improve the technical facilities in Nigeria.
In the words of Marva Collins, excellence is not an action, but a habit. Welcome to another semi-final episode of InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Nigeria 4.0, proudly brought to you by Interswitch, transaction solutions you can depend on. As we're gearing up for the grand finale, we have another set of 9 Super SPAKs, my able semi-finalists who are ready to slug it out for the 3 available spots in the grand finale. Now, let me remind you of the prizes. The star prize is 7.5 million naira, which covers a 5-year university scholarship, inclusive of monthly stipends, a brand new laptop, and the bragging rights as Nigeria's best STEM student. I'm not forgetting the second place winner, as he or she will get 4 million naira, which covers a 3-year university scholarship, inclusive of monthly stipend, a brand new laptop, and the third place winner will get 1 million naira and monthly stipends. So, for our viewers, it is now time to put some monies in the pockets of our home viewers. It is time for the home quiz question. Please make sure you have a Quick Teller account to participate. If you don't have one, quickly download the Quick Teller app and register your accounts to start winning. It's that simple. So 10 smart viewers are going to win 10,000 naira each simply by answering our quiz correctly. If you're ready for me, here comes your home quiz question. When 50% of a number is added to 80 and the results divided by 2, the final answer gives 160. Find the number. A, 320, B, 480, C, 240, D, 160. It's still InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Nigeria 4.0. Last week, we witnessed 3 Super SPAK emerge as finalists, and tonight we have 9 Super SPAKs who are eager to secure their spots in the grand finale. Super SPAKs, how are you all doing tonight?
Fine.
Okay. Jessica, on a scale of 1 to 10, tell me how excited you are.
10.
Were you expecting yourself to, come this far?
Yes.
So what are we expecting from you tonight?
She expects my best.
That's great. Chikam, how you doing?
Doing fine here.
Do you have any tricks up your sleeve to make sure that you secure yourself a spot at the final?
Not really.
Well, even if you did, you wouldn't reveal it. Super SPAKs, welcome. I'm sure you're familiar with the rules, so I'm going to go straight into foundation round question 1. All right, is that okay? Yes. My Super SPAKs are okay, so here comes foundation round question 1. The non-living component of an ecosystem is said to be the what components? A, terrestrial, B, aquatic, C, biotic, D, abiotic. The non-living component of an ecosystem is said to be the what component? Zolkanen. What was the answer?
Option A.
How did you arrive at your answer?
Okay, the non-living component of an ecosystem is the abiotic factor.
Are you absolutely correct? Well done. Question 2. An example of polymers is it oil, plastic, soap, glucose? An example of polymers is... Well done, Super SPAKs. Question 3. The highest common factor of 10 AB, 30 BC, 50 CA is it ABC, 10, 5C, or 10C? The highest common factor of 10 AB, 30 BC, 50 CA is? Daniel, what was your answer?
B.
Why?
Well, I found what is common in 10 AB, 30 BC, and 50 CA.
Question 4. The pinhole camera produces a less sharply defined image when B. A. Pinhole is larger. B. Illumination is less. C. Object is further from the pinhole. D. Screen is further from the pinhole. The pinhole camera produces a less sharply defined image when B. The Super SPAKs are trying their best. Question 5. In the reaction show, the values of X, Y, and Z are respectively A. 2, 2, and 4. B. 1, 2, and 4. C. 2, 4, and 1. D. 2, 1, and 4. In the reaction shown, the values of X, Y, and Z are respectively... Alright, B, what's the answer?
2, 2, and 4.
How did you get there?
If you put the values of 2, 2, and 4 into X, Y, and Z positions respectively, it will give you a balanced equation. That is, all the atom elements on both sides are equal. So it's 2, 2, and 4.
Question 6. A cone is in unstable equilibrium. Has its potential energy, is it decreased, oscillating, unchanged, or increased? A cone in unstable equilibrium has its potential energy. Well done, Super SPAKs. Question 7. The diagram represents the structure of A. Is it DNA, ADP, ATP, or RNA? The diagram represents the structure of A. All the Super SPAKs got the correct answer. Round of applause for them. Question 8. For which of the following classes of salts are all of its compounds soluble in water? A. Hydroxides. B. Chlorides. C. Nitrates. D. Sulfates. Victor, what was the answer?
C.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Why?
All nitrates are soluble in water.
And that is correct.
Let me tell you a story. Our story blooms over 2 decades ago in a humble university dorm room where the weight of the dark put a strain on our hands, a stain on the sheet where we mapped out our plans. But innovation lit our eyes with a fire to blaze the trail, to change Africa, one solution, one transaction at a time. Our ears listened to the chime, the buzzing tune of bright ideas. We stretched out our hands, and remember what we did? We flipped the switch. We flipped the switch. It was no ordinary motion. It was to herald a new notion. It is a champion's charge, your invitation to stand on our shoulders. It is your time for elevation. So go ahead, flip that switch, build that business, scale that hitch. Africa's future is waiting on us, and what looks like the sky is only the dew. We are on the brink of something new, because at Interswitch, we never stop. So you don't stop.
Question 9. The general formula used to calculate simple interest for a year is P multiplies R multiplies 100, P multiplies R all over 100, 100 multiplies R all over P, P multiplies 100 all over R. The general formula used to calculate simple interest for a year is. All the Super SPACs got the correct answer. A round of applause for them. Question 10. What is often described as having a sleeper shape? A. Euglena. B. Amoeba. C. Paramecium. D. Climodomonas. What is often described as having a sleeper shape? I love the energy, Super SPACs. Keep it on. Question 11. Which of the following group of compounds is most soluble in water? A. Alkynes. B. Alkanes. C. Alkenes. D. Alkanols. Which of the following groups of compounds is most soluble in water? Nike Chukwu, what was your option?
Option D.
Explain.
Alkanols have an OH group which is hydrophilic, so it enables it to be more soluble than the other compound.
That is absolutely correct. A round of applause for Nike Chukwu. Question 12. The net capacitance in the circuit above is it 2.0, 4.0, 8.0, or 6.0 microfarad? The net capacitance in the circuit above is. This is going to be a close call. The scores are extremely very, very close. Keep the fire burning. Question 13. Simplify 2b minus bracket open, 3b minus 4c bracket close plus 4c. Is it 8b plus 3c, 5b minus 4c, 6b squared minus 8b, or 8c minus b? Chikam, what was your shortcut?
I open the bracket, so that's 2b minus 3b plus 4c plus 4c. So when you do it is minus b plus 8c, that's 8c minus b.
Well done, Chikam. Question 14. Chlorophyta are A. Red algae, B. Brown algae, C. Green algae, D. Black algae. Chlorophyta are. Our Super SPACs all got the correct answer. A round of applause for them. We're now 2 questions away from the end of foundation round, and here comes question 15. What is the area of this shape? Is it 12, 8, 20, or 6 centimeters squared? What is the area of this shape? Jessica, I saw your reaction. What's your answer?
A.
Do you think it's the correct answer?
I'm not sure.
So, which answer would you pick if you had not picked A?
I don't know.
Well, today you're in luck because you selected the correct answer. Well done. Final question. Question 16. Which of the following concepts is not an evidence of the particle's nature of matter? A. Radiation. B. Diffusion. C. Diffraction. D. Brownian motion. Marvelous. Do you know this song? You are marvelous, yeah. You want to sing it? Next 5 seconds. You don't feel like singing it. So how did you arrive at your answer?
I just know that the other 3 are concept and radiation.
That's very smart, and you were absolutely correct. We're now done with the foundation round. When we come back, I will announce the Super SPACs that will be moving on to the advanced level. Stay with us. It's still InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition, Nigeria 4.0. We'll be right back.
2 decades ago, we flipped the switch, flooded the dark continent with light, created an industry, opened the doors that ushered in the future. Africa is emerging. Visionaries are evolving. But it wasn't always this way. Before the beginning, cash ruled the streets and crime was its aid. Africa was groping, coping with the darkness, until we founded the switch and turned on the future. 20 years after, the dark continent is now bursting with innovation, and we're just getting started. Until Africa is borderless, limitless, we are never stopping. Welcome to the Odyssey, the first experience. The future begins today.
Welcome back. It's still InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Nigeria 4.0. Proudly brought to you by Interswitch. Never stop. I have 9 super SPAKs that are eagerly awaiting their fates. I just need 5 of them to move on to the advanced round. This is the most difficult part, eliminating. But we have to do the job, don't we? The first super SPAK to move on to the advanced round with a total point of 125. In fact, I'm going to mention 2 people. So the first 2 with a total point of 125 is Chim Dubin and Zoltan. Congratulations. Also joining them is Victor. Daniel, you're next. And finally, we have Orai B. To the rest of the super SPAKs, thank you so much for participating in this competition. You were absolutely phenomenal. Go and do great things. Please, a round of applause for them as they exit the stage. Congratulations, super SPAKs. You're one step closer to the grand finale because you have to jump the hurdle of the advanced level. You're already familiar with the rules, so I'm just going to go straight into the take a turn. All right? This is how we determine the sequence at which our super SPAKs will play. Are you ready for your take a turn question?
Yes, you.
All right, let's do this. Match each country with the respective currency. The countries are Japan, Nigeria, Philippines, South Africa. Victor, Chidubem is first to solve it, followed by Victor, then Daniel, Zoltanayan, you're next, and finally Oraibi. All right, let's get into some action. I'm very excited. Chim Dubem, are you ready to SPAK?
My name is Dirji Chimdubem and I'm ready to SPAK.
Now is your time to SPAK. What symbol is used for representing Delta?
Delta H.
The change in Gibbs.
Delta G.
The emission of what nuclear particle causes?
Beta.
What cell component contains DNA?
Nucleus.
What is the process of cell duplication in which one cell?
Mitosis.
How many offspring cells?
4.
Quantities of heat Q can be measured.
Calorimeter.
The optical instrument which is suitable for viewing nearby objects is?
Microscope.
The 2 liquids which are often used?
Mercury and alcohol.
The quadrilateral whose 4 vertices?
Cyclic quadrilateral.
The cosine rule is also known as?
Skip.
If the set 1, 3, 4, 3.
5.
How many bones does?
2, 6.
True or false? Jellyfish have hearts. That's the last question.
True.
Well done, Chim Dubem.
My name is Adetuji Victor, and I'm ready to SPAK.
Now is your time to SPAK. At what Kelvin temperature does entropy have? What is the value of the standard temperature?
25.
A measure of a fluid's resistance.
Viscosity.
During the electrolysis of water, what gas evolves?
Hydrogen.
What is the acid anhydride?
SO2.
Which metallic element is produced?
Tin.
Which of the following numbers? 108,
209.
In gradient intercept.
Slope.
Mary scored 200 marks in pre-test. If the average score of 60 is required, then the lowest.
20.
What is the cubic expression?
3.3 times 10 to the power minus 4.
If a sonometer has a fundamental frequency of 300 Hz, what is the frequency of the 5th overtone?
1,500.
The particle nature of light is demonstrated by D. That's your last question.
Photoelectric effects.
Well done, Victor.
My name is Amosidan and I'm ready to SPAK.
Well, now is your time to SPAK. The basic unit of classification of living things is the
Smashing.
animal stock of
Glycogen.
What are classified into dichotomic?
Spermatofighter.
Determine the pH of 0.001.
11.
How many atoms are there in 1 mole of aluminum chloride?
2.
How many atoms? Cement is produced by strongly heating a mixture.
Pass.
What part of the eye acts as the screen?
Iris.
What is the least possible error?
Pass.
When an atom undergoes a beta decay, the atomic number...
Decrease by 1.
The average of all observations in a set of data.
Pass.
If A, B, and C are the sides of a triangle, and if A squared plus B squared equals C
Right angle.
squared. Well done, Daniel.
My name is Lukanya Bokajana and I'm ready to SPAK.
Now is your time to SPAK. What is the name given to the temperature and pressure at which solid liquid gas?
Heat.
The gas called laughing gas is an oxide of which element?
Nitrogen.
The 6-carbon cyclic alkane is called what?
Cyclohexane.
Chemotaxis is the movement of an organism or entity in response to what stimulus?
Chemical.
Cyclosis is the circulation of what in cells?
Water.
Who was the first human being to discover the honeycomb structure of a cell?
Over 2.
Curie is the unit of
Skip.
the gradient of line of the velocity time graph is the
Acceleration.
which instrument is used to test relative density of acids in
Hygrometer.
the set of rational numbers is denoted
Skip.
an integer that is divisible by 2 is called. That's the last question.
An even number.
Well done, Zolkane.
My name is Arabi Okari, and I am ready to spark.
Now is your time to spark. What is the largest organ of the body?
Skin.
Roundworms are
Radially.
the what is made up of nucleus and cytoplasm.
Protoplasm.
Biological catalysts are also
Enzyme.
a what solution is a solution that has lower solute.
Hypotonic.
The name of a suicidal.
Skip.
Which heat transfer method is detected?
Radiation.
What is the angle between magnetic and geographic meridians of the Earth?
Angle of declination.
The interruption of the path of light by an object.
Skip.
The process of expressing an algebraic is
Factorization.
correct. 0.023792.
0.0224. 0.024.
Root A plus root B.
A minus B.
Alberta is a province of which country? That's the last question. Alberta is a province of which country?
Canada.
Well done, Oribi. Super Sparks, you have done incredibly well, but as you know, only 3 of you can proceed to the grand finale. The first Super Spark to make it to our grand finale is find out after the break.
Let me tell you a story. Our story blooms over 2 decades ago in a humble university dorm room where the weight of the dark put a strain on our hands, a stain on the sheet where we mapped out our plans. But innovation lit our eyes with a fire to blaze the trail, to change Africa, one solution, one transaction at a time. Our ears listened to the chimes, the buzzing tune of bright ideas. We stretched out our hands, and remember what we did? We flipped the switch. We flipped the switch. It was no ordinary motion. It was to herald a new notion. It is the champion's charge, your invitation to stand on our shoulders. It is your time for elevation. So go ahead, flip that switch, build that business, scale that hitch. Africa's future is waiting on us, and what looks like the sky is only the dew. We are on the brink of something new, because at Interswitch, we never stop. So you don't stop.
It is time for the home quiz question. Please make sure you have a Quick Teller account to participate. If you don't have one, quickly download the Quick Teller app and register your account to start winning. It's that simple. So 10 smart viewers are going to win 10,000 Naira each simply by answering our quiz correctly. If you're ready for me, here comes your home quiz question. When 50% of a number is added to 80 and the result divided by 2, the final answer gives 160. Find the number. A, 320. B, 480. C, 240. D, 160. Welcome back. It is still InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Nigeria 4.0. Proudly brought to you by Interswitch. Never stop. Super Sparks, well done so far, so good. The first Super Spark to proceed to the grand finale with a total of 220 points is Chim Dubem. Congratulations to you. Also joining Chim Dubem with a total of 180 points is Oribi. Congratulations, Oribi. Victor Zolkane, you just have one correct question in between both of you. And both of you have done incredibly well. Zolkane, who is watching you right now?
My friends.
Your friends and family, I believe. Do you think they will be disappointed if you don't make it?
I don't think so, because I have a better future ahead.
You have a what?
Better future ahead.
That is the spirit. That is exactly the spirit we're talking about. That is the true InterswitchSPAK spirit. So Zulkarnain, thank you so much for coming on this competition. Victor, thank you so much for also coming on this competition. Both of you have done extremely well. But moving on to the grand finale is Zulkarnain, congratulations. Victor, thank you very much. Also, we'd like to say a big thanks to Daniel. You have been truly incredible, but this is where your SPAK journey comes to an end. Well done. Please a round of applause for them as they exit the stage. And there you have it. We've come to the end of another semi-final episode of InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Nigeria 4.0. We just witnessed Chimdumbe Oraibi and Zulkarnain. They emerged as finalists. We are going to see another set of semi-finalists competing for the remaining 3 spots at the final. So please do not miss it. If you aren't following us on InterswitchSPAK, please do on all social media platforms. My name is Hero Daniels, and remember, don't let what you cannot do stop you from doing what you can do. Good night.
InterswitchSPAK is